table shows the packages that are available within React. There are two packages available, base package and oncology package. When a user is granted access permissions and is a trained user in React, they are automatically, the default package, base package, is assigned to that user. The base package includes demography, dosing and exposure, adverse events, concomitant medications, medical history, labs, vital signs, cardiac function, liver function, renal function, and oncogenic biomarkers. This is a default package, and this is all the data that a user will be able to see. However, if a trained user requires access to oncology data, then access permissions to the oncology package must be granted through VA security. Just to note that population summary, timeline view, single subject view and cohort editor are standard views available within either package when the mandatory patient data files have been loaded into React. Access to the oncology package will give access to the tumour response view. The tumour response view contains sensitive clinical endpoint data. Therefore, permissions to view this data is controlled. Permissions are controlled through the roles and privileges which are granted in VA security. When a trained user or a trained user group is granted permissions to view a dataset, they are granted general permission access, which means they have the base package and do not have default access to the oncology package, which includes the plots, waterfall, target lesion diameters over time, or prior therapy versus time on compound. Oncology package permissions need to be granted in VA security to enable an authorised user or user group to see the tumour response view and access the plots. And access can be granted by a global administrator at the drug programme or the dataset level. If in the dataset if in VA Hub the dataset that you are analysing does not have you do not have permissions for oncology, for the oncology package, you will not see tumour response view in the view menu. You can see that the tumour response view is missing. To grant access permissions to the tumour response view for the selected study, log into VA Security and click My Analytics. We will grant permissions at the drug programme level. Select the drug programme that you want to add permissions to a user to. From the list presented, select Edit. Check that the user you want to grant permissions to does sit within the authorised users group. The user is there. Click Edit Views. On the page presented, look for the user that you want to grant permissions to. And you can see here that base package is checked, but oncology package is missing. So to add the oncology, ensure that the box is checked. This now gives access permissions to the tumour response view. If we now log back into VA Hub, refresh the page, select the dataset to which we have just, the drug programme and dataset to which we have just added user permissions, and you can see here that the tumour response view is now present in the view menu. You can also grant permissions at the dataset level. So if we select the dataset that we want to add permissions to, We've got 51 users. If we click Show Users, we can see all the users that have been granted access to this data set. If we then click Edit, the Authorizers user list only presents the users that were granted access at the dataset level. The ones that were granted access at the drug program level would need to be edited at the drug program level. In exactly the same way as before, click Edit Views. You're presented with the page similar to the same page as you were presented at the drug program level, with the options to select the oncology package if not already selected.